All righty. Want to look at a few things here regarding the teleconnections. And I'm going to bring up some MJO plots. Let's see if the Access S2 is updated. Is not. All right. Let's take a look at the teleconnections here. This is, European high res, the mean, GFS, the Jeffs, Korean and Canadian ensemble. I'm going to start with the WPO. Big driver. The one thing that I've learned from reading and from just listening, and the WPO is a big driver January on. EPO runs, in my opinion, is greatly influenced by the WPO. So to see them both negative, and with Euro high res and the Jeffs and the other models running out negative on the WPO, this is big to see the EPO like this. And then this here look of the PNA is very serviceable late winter. Okay. The AO, the Korean's going positive. I don't know what's going on there. I think we're bumping out. Here's that storm signal, January 3rd to 5th time frame. I think we'll run out simply because of this. EPO goes negative. If there is any cold air available, which there is, this is going to tank the AO. The NAO, I think, will go on its own. This is serviceable. Okay. Now look at some trends here. European EPS trends, WPO, negative. EPO, I think with the WPO, that negative, I think the EPO will respond. And you can see there's some members down here, that are running out negative. The PNA, good, really, really good look. Going positive, going towards neutral a little later than what some guidance is showing, but this I would take. Even up in here, some of the trends going a little earlier, around that January 1st time frame, first week of January, which I think the GFS and the Jeffs has been showing. The AO, again, negative to neutral. NAO, the same thing. I think the WPO being negative, we'll take the EPO negative. And if there's cold air in available, the AO will follow negative. Here's a Euro high res, little shorter term. WPO tanking, EPO. There's that storm signal. I think with the WPO tanking, I think we'll see the EPO possibly run out negative or tank around that January 2nd time frame. PNA bumping up again, very still serviceable here. It's giving us some semblance of a prop up to the EPO ridge. The AO negative, NAO negative to neutral. Again, the WPO tanking like that, the EPO will respond, and then any cold air that's available once the EPO responds to the WPO, that the AO is going to tank more. And that would be in that January 9th, 10th time frame. Let's look at the GFS here. WPO again. WPO is tanking just like on the EPS. EPO. I like the correlation here. The negative WPO, negative EPO. The PNA. I think that trend's going to bump a little more positive and be more in that Euro high res territory. The AO again, WPO negative like that, EPO negative like that. That AO is gonna tank. You can see the trends here. The mean, I think that mean is gonna get pulled further negative. Same thing with the NAO. Oh, you look at the Jeff's V12 trends and similar. Why does that not? Oh, okay. Here's the WPO, the EPS trends. Very similar to the Jeff's V12 trends. The EPO, same thing, running out negative. I think, like I said, with the Europe, the EPS trend of the WPO, its EPO will go more negative and line up more with the Jeff's V12 trends of the EPO. PNA, again, attempting a run towards neutral. Again, at -1, -2 is serviceable. This here is not at all. Get in here in that storm signal period. Let me see. Negative WPO, negative, well, neutral, slightly positive EPO, going negative there. So that might be around the storm signal period. PNA, a little bump in there. AO runs out negative. NAO runs out negative. Let's look at the JEPS trends. WPO negative. Oop, wrong one. Okay, WPO negative, EPO has a bump there, comes down around the storm signal, wants to go negative. I think, again, I'll say the WPO running out negative like that, the EPO will respond and will possibly run out negative across and not see this bump, or may dive more negative around that January 3rd, 4th timeframe with that storm signal. Okay, look at the PNA. What am I doing? Clicking on the wrong stuff. PNA running towards that -2, -1, trying to get to neutral. Again, serviceable for East Coast winter storms. AO running out negative. May run, may go, the mean may pull down a little bit more. But again, with the WPO running negative again, same as the other models I spoke on. The Canadian, the JEP's WPO running negative. Excuse me, the EPO will respond. That'll go negative. And if there is any cold air available, the AO will run negative because that EPO will prop that ridge and that AO will tank. And here's the NAO. I think that'll take care of itself. I'll take a look at the weeklies here. Okay, today's weeklies run. WPO runs out negative with the mean. A lot of the boxes and whiskers are predominantly negative, so that's a good look. EPO, you get that bump. The mean runs slightly negative to neutral. In the box plots and the whiskers are, I have to admit, are lining up with the mean pretty well. But again, the WPO wants to run out negative like that, I think it'll take the EPO with it. PNA getting up into that serviceable area, that -1 standard deviation below zero, all the way out through February. Looks like the middle of February. Very serviceable. I would take this. The AO wants to this is not a good look from the weeklies. And the same thing with the NAO, but I think that time will tell with that. Let's just hope so that it changes. Here's the Jeff's WPO running out negative through December 12th, or through January 12th, I should say. EPO, same thing. PNA, not the best. Does get that around to that -2. Once I get to that -2 area, AO runs out negative. Again, I think with that WPO staying negative, again, I'm repeating myself, the EPO will run more negative. The AO will respond, that cold air will get delivered and will run negative. and then the NAO is running out more negative. The short term with the euro again, WPO again, that'll run out negative. Good look for the January 3rd, 4th, 5th time frame storm, the bump in the PNA on the European high res. AO, little dip there around that storm signal time frame. And the same thing with the NAO. So, I mean, where we are in the MJO propagation, let me this is out to January 10th. The GFS is struggling. Europeans trying to get there. The JMA is, like I said, is into 8 for that 3rd, 4th, 5th time frame. The weeklies is out. So it was still stuck in 7. So that's where we are with that. Teleconnections look good. We just see what the Stratworm does for January. I mean, I think there's some good looks here. Good looks where the trend's concerned. We see what this January 3rd, 4th, 5th time frame does and what that 9th, 10th, 11th time frame does. It's going to be crucial with those two systems and what the Stratworm does for stuff moving through January into February. But I think the opportunity's there. I mean, we get that tropospheric flow to come down to the Hudson Bay, like Dr. Cohen had mentioned in his tweet today. That could be a game changer. It's that WPO. We got to get some sort of prop up of that negative EPO. And then things will be good.